Allah Imla, Allahayna Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach wa Malaki Ba'ashem Hawa Bakakurash Barakatham, the water by Babal wa Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching a likewise doctrine and say you shalom. Salakia for my voice. It's early in the morning. Well, it's early to me because I got up late this morning, so my voice still kind of raspy. But hold on, y'all. All right, we good. Okay, the videos I want to do today, I've been sitting on them because I've been waiting for other developments to come out. So I've been just sitting back in the cut, waiting on more information to come out about this new Black Panther Party. And my initial good instinct was that this man is a plant. He's an agent, and more information is starting to come out about this. Now we got the niece of Huey P. Newton about to sue this man for defamation. And we have a letter presented from one of the so-called elders of the Black Panther Party saying that he is not endorsing this guy, whoever he is. Now, we found it kind of strange that this man just popped about the blue, nobody knew about him. And yet he's trying to lead Jake to destruction. You see what I'm saying? Because no man is going to get us out of this, only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's it. If the Black Panther Party was to succeed, they would have succeeded the first time. Matter of fact, let's get a scripture, then we're going to get into some videos. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 68. Salakia, Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm tripping. Verse 68. I got the numbers backwards. Let's roll. All right. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt not see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. That word buy means redeem, meaning no man is going to get you out of this condition that the Lord put you in on purpose, captivity. That's why Martin Luther King failed, Malcolm X failed, the Black Panthers failed, Farrakhan failed, Al Sharpton failed, Jesse Jackson failed, and it goes on and on and on. We were put in this condition because we messed up, and only the Lord is going to get us out of this. So this man just popped up out of a bowl of salad trying to lead y'all to the slaughter. Y'all better beware of this man, because this man is an agent. Now, let's get copyright disclaimers. Let me see, where is it? Here we go. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance of fair use. Let's go ahead and get the videos. Now, this first video is from Demetra K. And she pretty much about to tell you the same thing I told you. Black Panther Party protecting immigrants against ICE. And she gonna tell you the same thing. Check this out.
man by the name of Mr. Paul Birdsong from Philadelphia, and he is the chairman of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense there in North Philly. And he has been causing quite the conversation as he has been seen on video saying some pretty questionable things about what he wants to do to ICE, because he and his organization there have been at anti-ICE rallies in Philadelphia, and this is what he was recorded saying.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed women was by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, we're around to find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry big guns and we don't take no places where there are a lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault. The shot, it's a semi-automatic. That means them shot shells and shot of a punk, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got good body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the people. No power to the pig.
So as you saw there, he was talking about what he would do and what ICE ain't gonna do, and his weapons and this, that, and the other, and they gonna pretty much find out and all this other stuff. Now listen, I, like a lot of other people, have a lot of questions like, sir, who sent you, right? And I've seen some people ask, well, where his people from? I don't know, right? But I saw in another video how he was talking about that the Black Panther Party is not a national, but it's an international, so it's their duty to show up at ICE protests and try to protect immigrants and things like that. Now, it should be said that he and his group in North Philly, they do, give away free food and things like that, like the Black Panther Party did back in the day. But see, it would behoove everybody to study history. What happened to the Black Panther Party in the 1960s and 70s? Mm-hmm. We know what happened with them, especially in California, right? When they went to the Capitol and they were, armed to the teeth. Well, the governor at the time, Ronald Reagan, was like, oh, no. Nah, we all right with two-way rights, but not for them. So they changed the gun laws. And then, of course, we know what happened with the Black Panther Party. It was dilapidated under COINTELPRO. And to his point, yes, the Black Panther Party back in the day, they were kind of a rainbow coalition type thing. And in fact, that's what they called themselves in part. But again, study history. And recently with the NFAC, we know what happened with them, right? Grandmaster Jay right now is serving a bid. And I believe he was falsely accused of, aiming his weapon at a federal agent there in Kentucky. Now, I don't know where they have gone. Maybe they are silent or whatever it is. I don't know, right? But of course, again, study history. And there's a lot of organizations that do not carry weapons because they know the minute they pick up weapons, then the United States government is going to say, oh, word. So Mr. Birdsong is out there talking about what he going to do, walking tall and talking tough. And many people are like, well, whoa, like what's really going on here? Because you out there, and I'm not saying he should be afraid, but your mouth is real big out there in them streets. And we know that, and let's say he is Black American, I don't know, but let's just say that he is. There's not enough Black Americans here in the United States, even with weapons to even challenge the government. And we know that when the government put their radar on you, yeah, they coming and they gonna win. It's just the way it is. It's not to say that we're weak, but we got to use wisdom. Now, I want to talk to some of y'all out there that saying about time. Oh, yes. Y'all rooting them on. You're rooting them on from the comments section. You ain't rooting them on and joining the party or nothing like that. And the sad thing about Mr. Paul Birdsong, when it goes down, because not if, you don't think the government has seen these videos going around. Hell, we've all seen them, right? But when it goes down, those people in the comment section, they're not going to be there at your hearings and putting money on your books. You better study history, homie. That, and then there are people that he out there protecting right here at these anti-ICE protests. I see a lot of them, Latinos and stuff in the comment section talking about, oh, we, protect him at all costs. Y'all can't protect yourself, let alone him. But see, he want to put on a cape, and I don't know why he's doing that again. There's some questions, who sent him type thing, right? And I want to know too, who sent you? Because it just seems like it came out of nowhere, especially now that Black Americans are like, get somebody else to do it, and here you come. Here you come. So is it a ploy to get Black Americans out there? And I do see a lot of Black Americans say, nah, sir, you on your own with that one because we have studied history and we know what happens to people like yourself. You get out there walking tall and talking tough if you want to, but guess what? You're going to be doing it by yourself. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel.
She said a mouthful, right? I got some more information on this cat. Check it out. Let's come out of this.
And like the video.
Now let's go here. This guy, I think he got a letter from one of the so-called elders of the Black Panthers, and they shooting him down. They're not endorsing him. Check it out. And
Don't know.
this thing ain't gonna. This video is 13 minutes. I'm not gonna play the whole video. I'm just gonna play it up to the point where he brings out that letter he got, and then you can go ahead and finish watching the video on your own if you want to. Let's go.
ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
And you already know what I say, make that make sense. And look, at first, I wasn't going to speak on this. But like your boy said on Django, I couldn't resist. But before I spaz out in this video, check this out. Robert Ward, the chairman of Black Panther Party, said the San Diego Panther Party does not endorse, support, or agree with the foolish rhetoric or threats made by the person known as Paul Birdsong in Philadelphia. We call empty emotional threats of armed force attacks wolf tickets. In no way does promoting armed violence and open-ended threats serve to bring the correct posture of a panther. Make that make sense. And y'all can read the rest if you want. But that's facts, man. And in 2026, Black Americans, we're not falling for that CIA operation. We're not falling.
Exactly. Now I'm going to go back. I want to read the letter. It says, the San Diego Black Panther Party does not endorse, support, or agree with the foolish rhetoric and threats made by the person known as Paul Birdsong in Philadelphia. We call making empty emotional statements and armed force attacks wolf tickets. In no way does promoting armed violence and open-ended threats serve to bring about the correct posture of a panther. These statements will get people killed and play into the hands of the oppressive forces, granting them the ammunition needed to attack actual Black Panthers that are committed to the serious and just actions of raising the consciousness and empowering the people to make progressive change. For those that think this rhetoric represents Black Panthers across the nation, you are mistaken. And in San Diego, we are not promoting actions that will get you prematurely killed. The greatest weapon we have is the proper use of intelligence, critical thought, and right reason. The emotional showboating is not our lane and does not inspire long-term development and recovery. All power to the people means no reactionary behavior and sensationalism for likes or views. And this is from Robert Ward, Chairman, Black Panther Party, San Diego chapter. And this letter is dated January 17, 2026. We're going to let him speak a little more, then I'm going to bring up another video.
To bring the correct posture of a panther. Make that make sense. And y'all can read the rest if you want. But that's facts, man. And in 2026, Black Americans, we're not falling for that CIA operation. We're not falling for these government projects anymore, bro. We're not doing it. These people voted for Trump. That's what they wanted. Why would we go out in the streets and risk our life when they voted for this? But we'll talk about that later on. And you got to think about something. The original Black Panthers, they started this in their early 20s. They was young. They was kids when they started this. They didn't wait till they late 30s, mid 30s, early 40s. That tells me you all about money. But we'll talk about that later on too. But at first, I swear, I thought it was just me. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, damn, am I tripping? Should I even talk about this? Like, am I tripping? But I went on TikTok and I saw I wasn't the only one. Run the tape.
The Black Panthers are a cosplay organization. They get their vest on, you know what I'm saying? They grab a gun and they go out and they march in formation, but they've never actually completed a task for us that we've needed them to complete. I'm not talking about all these little liberal tasks that they be doing, tasks that help everybody. I'm talking about getting things done for us. Khalid Muhammad went out and physically fought the KKK in the streets. The Black Panthers weren't there, and they ain't been there. Don't come to me with this Fred Hampton nonsense. He's also not here. So in between the time that he's been gone and now, what have they been doing? Nothing but cosplaying. The Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something about a Rainbow Coalition. Every time black people coalesce to get something done, every time we come together and we're like, yeah, man, put our heads together, we ready to crack, we got to include somebody. And what happens besides us getting watered down? What happens? The movement gets destroyed, infiltrated by feds, and they always come through that pipeline, through the coalition pipeline.
Exactly. He's right. That's how the Black Panthers feel the first time. They were infiltrated by a traitor, by a two-third Jake, by a Judas goat, for real. Now, the same thing with Malcolm X. Him and his organization, they were infiltrated by a two-third Jake. Nothing's new under the sun. This Paul Birdsong might be an infiltrator. He might be leading the sheep to the slaughter, just like in that Black Panther letter. Now, let's go get this last video. We can come out of this. Y'all can finish watching it on your own.
And you know who's responsible?
Now I got one more video. This video has got Huey P. Newton's niece. And this is the name of the video. Huey P. Newton's niece plans to sue Black Panther Chairman Paul Birdsong for defamation. See? Let's get it.
Well, the niece of Huey P. Newton, Maisha Newton, she's very upset with Chairman Paul Birdsong. I want you to hear exactly what she has to say, and she is not happy about it whatsoever.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. If you don't believe me, we just came out with the second book, The Roots of the Revolutionary Suicide. This is the roots of Huey P. Newton, okay? That's my father, okay? These are our grandparents, okay? There go Huey right there, okay? I got birth certificate paperwork and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court.
So the family of Huey P. Newton now is coming out against Paul Birdsong. So it lets you know even further that he is not being supported. Listen, when the niece of Huey P. Newton comes out and she says she's going to take you to court because you're defaming, her uncle, you're defaming the organization that they created, it lets you further know that, bruh, you need to go step down and get away from that because obviously you're not co-signed. So it further makes Black America look at you funny and say, okay, the family's not supporting you. They say you file out here on these streets.
Let people further know that you possibly have some ties to something. Because listen, I told y'all, like we said in the stream earlier, if Black America in unison say somebody isn't right, usually we're right. We're usually right about it. And it's going to be.
See, that's that spiritual discernment. We knew that it didn't look right. It didn't feel right. This man just popped out of nowhere, all talking tough, talking all this big boy shit, all this cash money. It's 3 of y'all from what I saw in the video. He trying to get y'all riled up to get y'all in the streets for Esau to slaughter you.
More and more heat turned up on Paul Birdsong till he go chill his nerves somewhere. And listen, if he want to go help people in the community, he want to go feed people, if he want to go do nice things, hey, I ain't got nothing against it. But you come out here doing the things that he's doing, or the minority coalition things he's doing, and then now you got people talking about, I seen on TikTok, white folks say, "Oh, I want to join with them," and he'll be like, "Yeah, you could join." Man, look, I'm so glad Maisha came out, and I'm so glad that she set the record straight, because this man playing around, y'all. He playing, and see, at one point in time, see, this is a new day. At one point in time, he could have got away with that. But now, since it's a new day, see, delineation really brought some gatekeeping that we really needed in our community. Listen to me. Because when we say, oh, no, we're going to tighten the reins on access to the culture, we're going to be checking everybody's paperwork, where you come from, whose man or woman is that, what's your history. If you're not going with the community, you're going against it. That's where we at right now. And we should have been there. We should have been gatekeeping the culture, gatekeeping organizations, getting on the people that's out of pocket and out of turn. This is how a community is actually respected when you move like that. Because communities that is respected, they don't let anybody else come into their culture or let somebody jump in and out. Or if they are so-called black, they definitely don't let them be off code with anything. And what I mean by off code, being against the direction of where the community is going.
He's right. But I'm gonna cut this video right here. Y'all can go back and finish watching it. Let's bring out some scriptures. We told y'all, and see, one of the dead giveaway, this man trying to do a rainbow coalition. He trying to look out for everybody. That was a dead giveaway. You out there all big and bad with a gun, out the blue. Nobody ever seen you or nothing. That was a red flag. The fact that you out here talking big and tough. Not saying that you should be afraid, but you put a little extra hot sauce on that thing, but it made you look suspect. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. That's exactly what he's doing. He's leading y'all to the slaughter. He's setting y'all up like bowling pins so he can come through with the bowling ball and knock you down. Now let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 11. See, verse 34. That ain't it, Salakia. I broke down the wrong thing. But I can get 2 Corinthians. Chapter 2, verse 11. Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. We done seen this before with Malcolm X, infiltrators. We seen this with Yahushua, Judas. There's nothing new under the sun. Go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. They talking all that big boy stuff. You need to be on your knees praying to you how about Shem and how shot. Because we told y'all you shouldn't fear ICE coming to your door. You should fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sending ICE to your door. Acts chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, will thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? Yeah. And part of perverting the right ways of the Lord is getting his people to go off to do wickedness, to actually betray his people with money. Where was I going? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 54. Verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. If you really on the Lord's side, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to go out there and parade around to make yourself a target on purpose. No, you want to stay low, off the radar. Let Esau take out these 2/3 as prophesied. Why would you go out there and make yourself a target? Knowing it's not going to change, nothing's going to change until Yahweh Shai comes to put these people in captivity. You're not going to make a difference, and your life will be wasted, dying for nothing you cannot change. Only the Lord can change our captivity, turn it back. Amos chapter 9. Verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake or prevent us. That's exactly what he was sounding like in so many words. I wish they would run up on me. Okay, if the Lord send them your way, yeah, they're going to run up on you. Go to the book of Sirach, chapter 8. Chapter 8, verse 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they are also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding and to give answer as needed requireth. Kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire. Exactly. Y'all better look. We coming into a time where wisdom or lack thereof is going to mean the difference between life and death. You cannot be this careless in these days. You cannot be this stupid by setting yourself up to fail. Why would you antagonize these people when you know all they need is a reason? And that's not being cowardly, that's being wise. Because we are in our enemy's backyard, defenseless. Jeremiah chapter 17. Verse 5. Thus said the Lord Yahweh. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. You're not going to get yourself out of this. Go to Matthew chapter 5. Lord Yahushua speaking. Verse 25, red letter. This is wisdom when you are at a disadvantage. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way of him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou shalt be cast in prison. Oh, they looking for a reason because we are the true targets anyway. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 33. Verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See, like I told you in the beginning, you shouldn't be afraid of ICE coming to your door. You should fear the Lord sending ICE to your door. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21. Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. See, this man think he got all the answers. All you need is a semi-automatic shotgun, and then bam, ICE ain't gonna mess with you. That's a simple, ignorant response at the same time. It's simple and ignorant at the same time. Now let's go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 10. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And how is that kingdom going to be translated? It's not going to be translated through a Black Panther Party. The Lord is going to translate it. You're just not going to take Esau's kingdom with Esau's blessing. That's not going to happen because it's not written to go down that way. Go to Proverbs chapter 12. Verse 15, the way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. See, you got to listen to the reason, to wisdom. You can't just be all gung-ho out here. These people are murdering innocent, peaceful, law-abiding citizens. How much more when they see a so-called black man with a rifle? Proverbs chapter 26. Verse 12, seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. See? A man that's wise in his own conceit, he got all the answers. You can't tell him nothing. A fool has a better chance of survival than him. Let's go to Romans chapter 12. Verse 17, recompense no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men, if it be possible. as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. He gonna get them, not you. Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. You can't rush prophecy. Everything's going to happen in the Lord's time. All you got to do is stay out the way and watch the Lord work. Watch the Lord bring these people down. The Lord don't need your help in accelerating their downfall. Matter of fact, if you're a prophet, all you got to do is prophesy and teach. That's it. And watch these people fall. Go to Matthew chapter 10. Check this out, verse 28. Red letter Lord Yahushua speaking. And fear not them which kill the body, and are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both body and soul in hell. We told y'all, you shouldn't be afraid of ICE coming to your door. You should fear the Lord sending ICE to your door. Fear the Lord, not ICE. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 5. We can start at verse 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. He got all the answers. He know everything. That is definitely not the way. You're going to get yourself and other people killed. But see, that's what Esau does. Esau will set up a infiltrator to bring the whole house down. All he needs the infiltrator to do is to create a reason to come after the people as a whole. And these stupid Judas people gonna do it. These 2/3 gonna do it. Probably for some money, like Buddy said. Actually. Proverbs chapter 24. Verse 19, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. That goes for Esau and his 2/3 infiltrators. Go to Proverbs chapter, that ain't it. Go to Exodus. This passage in Exodus, this explains why we celebrate the high holy days, especially the Passover. Why the Passover? Because the Passover, you are basically asking the Lord to pass over you and your house when the destruction comes, when the affliction comes, when the tribulation comes. Just like in Egypt, he passed over his people and he plagued the Egyptians. He killed all of them firstborn. Just to show the Pharaoh he was not playing. He even killed the Pharaoh's young prince. See? This is why we celebrate the high holy days. Guess what? Can't no Easter bunny save you from what's about to happen. No Santa Claus gonna save you from what's about to happen. Now, this I'm gonna start this off at verse 10, where you eat the Passover meal, the lamb with the bitter herbs and the wine and the unleavened bread. Check this out. Well, we start at verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden with all at all with water, but roast with fire his head and with his legs, and with the prudence thereof, talking about the lamb. And ye shall not let it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn it with fire. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Because they was on the run. That's why it said eat with your shoes on. You never know when you got to dip. Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord Yahweh. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. When I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. So you ain't been practicing the Passover. You ain't been building your relationship in other high holy days as well. The Passover is one of the most important ones for these times to come. So if you ain't been practicing the high holy days, if you ain't been building a relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, where he knows you, you could be in them crosshairs. You could get a visit from ICE because you didn't work on your relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in order for him to pass over your household. The evil would not come to your house. Deuteronomy chapter 3. Verse 22. Ye shall not fear them, for the Lord Yahweh, your power, he shall fight for you. See? That's why we ain't tripping on Esau. We know who really running this thing, not him. He trying to put on a show like he in charge. He running things. No, you just a puppet, bro. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord Yahweh thy power, he is it that doth go with thee, and he will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Verse 8, and the Lord Yahweh, he it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. The Lord said, I got you. Just don't trip. Just do what I tell you to do, and you're going to be all right. Book of Joshua, chapter 10. 10 and 11. 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 Verse 8, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Joshua, fear them not, for I have delivered them into thine hand. There shall not a man of them stand before thee. Lord got this. Look at Judges chapter 6. This is an example. Verse 10, and I say unto you, I am the Lord your power, Yahweh. Fear not the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell, but ye have not obeyed my voice. See, that should cause some concern. That's why you got to make sure you're on point. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 17. Verse 35, with whom the Lord Yahweh have made a covenant and charged them, saying, ye shall not fear other gods, nor bow yourselves to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them. So we ain't tripping over Esau. We ain't tripping over his weapons, all this dumb shit he got, thinking material things makes him a god. No, he just covetous as hell. Let's get this one. The main thing of these scriptures I'm bringing out now is to fear not. If you got Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah on your side, you ain't got nothing to fear. If the Lord is with us, who could be against us? Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So don't let this man bait you up to think you got to go out here and showcase and showboat. No, you just bring attention to yourself. That is not wise in these times. Second Chronicles chapter 20, verse 17. Ye shall not need to fight in this battle. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of the Lord Yahweh with you. O Judah and Jerusalem, fear not, nor be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, for the Lord will be with you. Let's go to Psalms. We're just gonna run them down. Chapter 118. Verse 5, I called upon the Lord Yahweh in distress. The Lord Yahweh answered me and set me in a large place. The Lord Yahweh is on my side. I will fear not. What can man do unto me? See? If the Lord is with you, who can be against you? For Proverbs. And this is what's going to happen to the hard-headed people. Proverbs chapter 1. This is wisdom warns, verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. That's the prophets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, and the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye refuse. I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regardeth. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. They don't want to hear it. 2/3. They think they got it. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer, and they shall seek me early, and shall not find me. For they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. There it is, right there. And it's alliterated in so many places. Don't fear Esau, fear the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. Bam. There goes some more advice for you. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 7. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. See, there's that fear again. You ain't got no fear of the Lord, you a dead man walking, pretty much. Go to Isaiah chapter 41, verse 13. For I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. Why is Jacob called a worm here? Because worms are defenseless. They can't defend themselves. That's the same scenario we in right now, being in our enemy's backyard. We're defenseless. It says, fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and thou shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. The Lord got us, man. We don't need no agents trying to set us up to get murdered by Esau. Because I promise you, when the shit go down, he ain't gonna be nowhere to be found, just like these lying ass pastors ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. But now thus saith the Lord Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, that he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Here it says, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jezreel, whom I have chosen. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6. Let's start at verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he have said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Five. Now, I got a few more scriptures I'm gonna bring out about the 2/3 agents, and we can start in the book of First Maccabees. It's just a few more scriptures. We about to close. Got about 4 more to run through. Maccabees chapter 1. First Maccabees chapter 1, Salakia. Verse 11. And this is back in the Greek captivity. In those days, there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Judas goes. Let's go to Matthew. Chapter 15, verse 14. Red letter, Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. They blind, they walking in darkness, thinking they got the oil. No, they ain't got no oil. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are silent as children, which means stupid. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You just want to walk up and down the block with 6 rounds. That's a 5+1. I did the research on that gun. It's a 5+1. And your range is very limited. So you're going to parade yourself up and down the block, calling all kind of unnecessary attention to yourself just to make yourself an object of interest. Now you attracted Esau's eyes. In his ambition, he's a hunter, so he got to take you down without just cause, just because you're an Israelite with a weapon. Because in Esau's mind, this is what's taking place. How dare you stand so boldly in my kingdom and not fear me? Now I got to do something to you to make you fear me. This is Esau's mind state. This ain't got nothing to do with enforcing law. It's about Esau keeping you at the bottom where he's comfortable. He's not comfortable with you on the same level. Zechariah chapter 13. We can get this one and close. Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, this is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. The 2/3 that Esau is going to take out, the Lord is going to allow Esau to take out because he doesn't want them on this side. They're going to be reborn into the kingdom. because they're too consumed with Babylonian madness. So if you're stupid enough to let this man lead you to the slaughter, you deserve it. Call Allah Imla Lahayna Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Bahashim Harwat Bakakurash Barakathum the water Baba Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.